Hello, good evening, everyone. How's it going? This is Michelle Ship here. If you're just joining us, go ahead and say hello. We're going to get right into today's topic. Want to do a quick live video to talk about how you can use Facebook to grow your home business here. So let's go right into the content. So basically, why do I like to use Facebook Live to grow the business? Well, Facebook Live has a lot of features out there that a lot of other social media platforms do not have. So I feel if it's good, if you're a smart online marketer, it's definitely good to jump into this right away. And there's a couple different reasons. First of all, video is the #1 domination of online marketing. It's a way to get yourself out there, to attract more people, and people will like to connect with others and they see that you're real. So they actually will like to engage with you a bit more and then possibly buy from you thereafter. So it's definitely the hottest way of marketing as opposed to a long time ago where you can just do like some text marketing or some graphics and picture marketing, but now it's down to video. So we need to get with it so that we can actually increase our engagement, but also build a business and followers as well that may not buy for you initially, but eventually down the line, they may go ahead and buy from you. If you're just jumping on, go ahead and state your name below. It'd be great to see you here. Okay. And just tell us where you're viewing from as well. That would be awesome. Okay. So marketing with videos is the hottest thing. We all need to get into it. Facebook Live is, I would say, the #1 platform that has the most Facebook Lives and videos going on. As you know, Facebook dominates all social media as opposed to like Periscope or Instagram or any of the other platforms. So I would say if you're going to start with videos, start on Facebook Live. You'll start getting lots of engagement. And there's a lot of different reasons why. We'll definitely go into that later on as we get into this training. Now, the reason why Facebook is awesome with the videos, because what happens is when you start doing videos consistently, it starts to grow a following for yourself, and people eventually start to know you, they start to like you, and they start to trust you. And people that actually are going to be your customers, that are actually going to buy from you or join your business, these are the 3 key factors that's going to help dictate whether they buy or join you or not. And nowadays, you know, when you put those 3 things together, the know, the like, and the trust, that balance together makes people say, wow, this person's real. It shows you're authentic. It shows that you're not just putting a lot of BS out there. And there's a lot of times where basically, you know, someone can make a video and the video can be edited, right? And you can add all this glamour and all this thing. But when people see that you're on Facebook Live, they see that you're real, you know, there's no hype and you're just keeping it relevant and real for them so that you're not showing off anything that's not true. So people like that. It shows that you're a little bit vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there. And then people really like your honesty with that. So that's why another reason why Facebook Live is a good way to go for growing your home business. Okay. Now, yes, it is a lot. There is a lot of stepping out of your comfort zone because you are putting yourself out there and you're making yourself a little bit vulnerable. And, you know, people can see you and hear you and see all your mannerisms, but that's okay. Facebook likes it. And what happens when you start doing more Facebook Lives, they actually push it out there. So you get more organic reach as well. So instead of just the folks that you're connected to on Facebook, it will go out to larger numbers of people as well. So that's a great reason why you need to start Facebook Lives like right away with your home business. And it also help generate more leads as well for you. So keep that in mind. So the Facebook analytics, basically it helps you reach more people to get organic traffic. But on top of that, it helps you if you want to do like a promotion with like your video, maybe you're going to do like those sponsored ads where you can like pay maybe up like little as $5 up to however as much you want, $100. When you do that, you know, you're able to reach more people and they see that's your face, you know, that's Michelle Ship. She's, you know, promoting this, or your name, Sherry Johnson, Susan Denise. It shows them that you're real. It shows them that you're with a real company. And then since nowadays there's just lots of phony stuff out there, people like to see that this is legitimate. You know, the company that you're with is legitimate. You're a real person, and you're not just showing them lots of hype and lots of things that's not really, you know, kind of skeptical. Okay, so that's another reason why the Facebook Lives are a great way to help grow your home business. So a couple of things I want to go over, such as how to get a Facebook Live up and going. I had a lot of people on my team were asking me, oh, Michelle, how are you doing these Facebook Lives? And how are you reaching people? And how do you actually do it on your phone or your computer? So at one point in time, Facebook Live was only offered via your cell phone, okay? But now they actually offer it on your on your desktop computer as well. So I was trying to think how I'm going to show you guys today, but I just kind of wrote out the steps. So first thing that you need to do is on your cell phone, you need to pretend that you're going to be posting a regular post, kind of like when you're just updating your status. You know, now this can be done on your personal page or your business page. However, keep in mind, if you are just doing a business page, it's only going to reach to the folks that, like say if you only have 10 followers or 30 followers, it's only going to reach those folks. Excuse me, but if you're doing it from your personal page, you'll reach more people. But until your business page gets a little up and, you know, gets a larger audience, you know, but what you can do is you can share it from your personal page if you decide to do it there first, okay? So pretend you're going to post something, but instead of hitting like an actual post, you're going to click on the button that says publish, okay? So after you click on the button that says publish, you're going to click the little button there that says live video. It shows like a picture of a camera, I believe. Okay, and then after you do that, you'll see your screen will come up and it will say type a short description of the content or the title of your video. So today's video was how to use Facebook to grow your home-based business. So that's what I put. I typed it in there. And then after you write your title, what happens, you just click go live. There's a little button on the bottom right-hand side that says go live. So you click that, go live, and then what happens, it counts down for you. It goes 3, 2, 1, and then you're live, okay? And then a lot of people start seeing you, which is awesome, right? So it's very, very simple. And for me, as an online marketer and network marketing particularly, I feel that this should be utilized all the time as much as possible. I would say doing Facebook Live at least once a week is perfect until you get more comfortable and you can start increasing. But it's an easy way for us to get the information out there to the masses with just a push of a button right from our home. I mean, how much easier? It can't get any easier than that. You know, we just need to overcome our fears of people seeing us and ourselves and all of that. But it shows your, like I say, your authenticity. It shows that you're real. It shows that you didn't film a video in your home and then you edit it so many times until you got it perfect. You know, people like to see your flaws. People like to see your mannerisms. People like to see maybe when you mess up on words. It shows that you're real, just like them, and they begin to know, like, and trust you even more. And like I said, we'll join you or buy from you at some point in time. So it's very, very easy to go ahead and set up your Facebook Live. So that's, you know, just a couple steps there. Now going into exactly what you need to do before you do the live presentation. There's a couple different things. Now, what I found is when you do your Facebook Live, you have to make sure you have a content, some type of discussion that you're going to have or whatever it is you're sharing with your audience. Now, we talked about this at one point in time before in one of my other videos, is the 3 E's. I'm not sure if you guys can remember what the 3 E's are. The first one being educate, the second one being entertain, the last one being empower. You can arrange yourself on a topic on either of those or incorporate all of that into one Facebook Live. So for instance, if you're going to do something on educating, I have a couple examples here. Now for educating, what you can focus on is sharing something that you have learned from a book or from a training that you've done before. I do that a lot. It's called ILT, which stands for invest, learn, teach, meaning you invest into yourself, right? You learn the information and you turn around to teach it to others. You package it all up and you teach it to others. ILT, invest, learn, teach. That's what I do often. If there has been a book that you've read or some type of event that you went to that's relevant to your niche and your industry and your market, you can definitely write a little review about it and say it, you know, share it with your audience. Or you can teach your followers to do something. Like for instance, if you are in a company that's more of a product-based company or even a service-based company, you can teach them through a demonstration. Like some companies are more makeup, beauty type companies. And I follow this other lady who does makeup, and she often does demonstrations on how to use various mascaras and eyeshadows and how 2 different colors can combine. So you can show your viewers maybe the newest palette that was available and then do a quick tutorial of how it can work for a nighttime look and how it can look for a daytime look, okay? If you are more into health and nutrition, maybe you're into some type of dieting or things like that. And there's another woman I follow that always likes to make healthy recipes. So she actually filmed a Facebook Live right from her kitchen showing how she wanted to have more vitamin B and vitamin C and D in her diet, and how it's going to help her, you know, with losing weight and things like that. So she actually created a nice recipe, and she showed us cooking right there in her kitchen, and all the ingredients that she had. So that was really, that's more of the, you know, that's educating and entertaining at the same time. Okay. Let's see. Also for entertain, if you're going to do the second E, which is entertain, this is something like showing off something that you just learned. Maybe it's I don't know, some type of trick. Maybe if you're in the let's see, if you're in the fitness type of thing, and maybe you just learned this new exercise that's great for flatter abs, you can definitely do a certain type of, you know, entertain others by showing this new ab trick and how it's going to help you get a six-pack or something like that. Showing off a new skill that you might have, or telling a funny story. And this can even, the stories is great for network marketing, because when you're teaching and training on something, stories really make you connect with others. So if you have something like a story that you've heard before, or a personal story that relates to that topic, sharing that story with your audience will help them see that you're more real and connect with you more. So sharing a story, that's very important in network marketing, storytelling. Okay. The third E is empower. Empower means sharing some type of inspiration with your followers. Maybe you have like a quote that you've read that really, you know, it got to you, it touched your heart, something that really impacted you. Maybe you connected with a teammate of yours or an upline. There's something that they shared with you that you want to share with others because it empowered you and it helped inspire you. So you want to share with others because it may inspire them as well. So just paying it forward, giving it back to your audience, that's important when you're trying to empower your followers. So again, that's the 3 E's. There's educate, entertain, and empower. That's some of the topics that you can work around your content when you're actually delivering it to your followers. Okay. Now, a couple of things that you need to do when you're actually doing your presentation. Let's go into that right now. Hold on one moment. Okay. Okay. All right. So when you're first starting your presentation, what you need to do is when you do the Facebook Live, you need to do an opening. First, you need to greet all of your followers. It's good also to introduce yourself so everyone knows who you are. If you want to give like a little short 30 to 40-second intro about you and what you do, that would be great. I wouldn't particularly say your company. I would just introduce yourself. You can talk about your niche company that you're with and what you would like to share, like the topic that you're sharing with your followers. That's number one. And then once you start getting into it a little bit more, you're then going to say hello to your audience. Say hello and encourage them to engage with you as you're doing your Facebook Live. So you can say something like, what I do is I say, hey, if you're just jumping on or seeing the replay, go ahead and state where you're viewing from. I love to see that there and give you a shout out. Something like that. So that they start commenting on your Facebook Live, which what helps us reach more people as well. Remember in one of my other videos, I was talking about when people share your video, when people comment on your video, when people like or love or wow your video, that helps Facebook Live see that people like what you're sharing, so they'll push it out to more people. So you want to do the same. And also you want some interaction with that Facebook Live, so they're not just there la-di-la-di-da, not to keep them bored, right? So you want them to interact. So ask them to participate. Ask them to go ahead and state where they're viewing from, whether they're watching the live or even the replay. Keep that in mind, because there's going to be a lot of people thereafter that will be watching your replay. Okay, now as you're going ahead and you're going through the content, more into the middle part there, as you're sharing the content with you, like if you say, hey guys, this is what happened with this new service, like if you work like in a health and wellness company, for instance, and you have a specific service that you have, maybe it's not something physical that you can show, but maybe you can share a testimony or show maybe the service card and a receipt of some type of savings that you received, something like that. And then you can ask them, you know, if you ever experience paying a high amount on this service, but would love to get, you know, up to 80 or 50% off your next service, and you show them the receipt, you know, put a number 1 right below, or comment yes in the comments, or give me a thumbs up or a heart or something like that. So you're basically giving them a call to action. A call to action means CTA, call to action. So as you're doing your video, not only at the end or just the beginning, telling them to do something, but also throughout. If you see my last Facebook Live, I was trying to get people to more engage with me. So I was saying, are you following me? Go ahead, type yes. Do you resonate with what I'm sharing with you right now? Type number 1 below. So you can say type 1, type 2, type yes, type no, or something like that, just so that they're following along with you, okay, and keeping them engaged. Kind of like, you know, how you have your teacher in the classroom, you're trying to keep the kids, the classroom engaged. Same thing here, okay? And then if you are showing off, like you're doing a demonstration on how to use this service or this product, you make sure you're showing them the service or you're showing them the product. So for instance, if it's a service, showing them the card and how simple it is to use the card and where they can use the card. Just showing them a little bit more instead of just saying it. It's different when you're showing them as opposed to just saying it to them, okay? And then once you get to the end of the Facebook Live, don't just leave it and just saying bye. You have to thank them for joining. And then you also need to give them another call to action, you know, saying something like, if you feel that you have gained benefit from this video, or you enjoyed seeing this demonstration, or you enjoy this topic, you want to see more topics just like this, go ahead and comment yes below, or give it a thumbs up, a like, a love, a wow, all of that good stuff. Basically, you're trying to engage with them so that they say, yes, I want to see more of that. And then also be sure you also ask them to share it on their personal pages, because when they do share it on their personal pages, all of their friends and followers will see that, wow, you know, who's this person that a friend of mine likes? You know, they maybe have good stuff. Let me go ahead and check them out too. Maybe that gives you a new follower as well. Okay, so make sure you tell them to share your content. That's very important. Okay, a couple tips as you're doing your Facebook Live. Smile. Don't forget to smile. We want to make sure that we look happy, even though if we're not having the best day. You know, sometimes life happens and we have things come up. So always be sure that you're smiling, but not overly smiling. You know what I mean? And then also make sure the Facebook Live is not too short, and make sure it's not too long as well, because you don't want to bore people, and you don't want people to just say, well, is that it? You know, I would say if you're doing like a first Facebook Live, keep it kind of short, especially if you're nervous. I would say maybe 2 to 3 minutes tops. And I would not go any longer than about 15 to 20 minutes. I think some of my longer type training and workshops like today are the longer ones because it's more in depth, but that's expected, you know, from this type of training. But if it's just like you're just jumping on in the middle of the day and something inspired you, or you were just feeling so grateful, sometimes just impromptu, and you just jump on real quick and do a quick live, or you were reading a book or seeing this quote or something, just say like, aha, you know, and I want to share it. That's when you jump online, do your Facebook Live, and that would just be maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so make sure it's not too short, and make sure it's not too long as well. Let's see. So that's some tips to help you with like the length of your Facebook Live. Now, a couple of mistakes that I notice that some people make when they're doing a Facebook Live is that they actually get started, but what happens is when they first get started, they actually they don't acknowledge the crowd, the audience, you know. We have to do a little bit of interaction with your audience, but not too much that it gets drawn out. But also another mistake is that they wait forever before they get into the content. And what happens is that's a big mistake, is because what happens is even though you jump on your Facebook Live and there may be nobody there initially, there will be people coming on. But what happens, you got to keep in mind, is the magic of the Facebook Live happens after you've completed the Facebook Live. Because what happens is, yeah, you may have maybe a handful of people on your Facebook Live initially, but you'll notice maybe a couple days later that maybe initially your Facebook Live reached only maybe 10 people initially. But then over a couple of days, it reached 30 people, and then 50 people, and then 100 people. You know, that's when the magic really starts happening, right? And so if those 100 people seen your video and it's going through their news feed, and they stumble across yours, if you're not getting right into the content and you're just like, okay, let me do this, let me prepare here, and you're just kind of stalling and looking around and not looking at your camera and engaging with them, they're gonna bypass your video so quickly. They're gonna be gone because they're not gonna enjoy it. It's not entertaining, for instance, okay? So they want something content, they want something pretty quick, so get right to the point, okay, right when you get on. So that's a mistake that I've seen happen numerous times with some folks when they're doing their lives, is they don't get into the content fairly quickly, and that's gonna bore people initially, okay? And let's see right here. Other mistakes, let's see, is there some other mistakes that some people make? I'd say that Another mistake is that when you have your Facebook Live and it's done, don't think it's just really done. What you need to do is you need to promote that Facebook Live just as you're doing online marketing. So you know how we do different advertisements, we want people to see our stuff. Same thing here, I would share it. Like for instance, share it in Facebook groups. You know, there's a lot of gazillion groups out there. Share it to relevant Facebook groups. That way you are getting more traffic to your page, into your Facebook Live, to your content, your specific content. You'll start getting more engagement, a lot of people liking your page, liking your video. And then once you get those interactions, make sure that you're following up with all those people who gave you a thumbs up, who liked your page, who liked the video, because those are potential leads. Those are potential business partners or people that's going to buy from you your product or service. So make sure you're not just doing your live and saying, okay, that's done, I can do another one tomorrow, another one next week. No, we have to make sure we always go back to that Facebook Live, because there may be comments on that Facebook Live or people saying, hey, this is Susie from Florida, you know, great video. You want to go back to that and acknowledge every single person that actually responded back to your Facebook Live with a, hey, thanks so much for joining. I'm glad you liked it. Feel free to join me next week. I do it again at this time. And that brings up another topic, is actually scheduling it. Now, when you do your Facebook Lives, you can schedule it. Like, for instance, I said tonight I'm going to jump on at like around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can schedule it like once a week or twice a week or three, however often you want to do it. But make sure you show up that time. Or you can just do it impromptu. I kind of like to do it impromptu. And sometimes I'll schedule it like I did today, because I wanted to make sure you guys are here and not missing it. So you can do that. If you are going to do it kind of impromptu, or even if you have it scheduled, I suggest that you make some type of announcement. So you can make an announcement to your following, or even on other social media platforms. You can give them like a teaser and say something like, hey, join me over on this Facebook Live. I'll be doing a live at in 15 minutes. Join me at, and then give them the link, you know, to your page. So that way you're getting people from other social media platforms such as LinkedIn, Instagram, you know, all those coming to your Facebook if they do have a Facebook account. Okay, so giving them a heads up, and I kind of did that oftentimes on my business page, the Work at Home Mom Solutions page. I do that with a, hey guys, I'm doing a Facebook Live in 15 minutes, join me here, or in an hour, or at 8 o'clock, you know, just so that you have people there ready to see you go live. Okay, so that's a good thing when you're doing. So you can incorporate that into your lives in preparation so that you get more people. Okay, now there's a couple different things that you can use when you're actually using Facebook Live that I felt has been beneficial for my business, and you may want to incorporate into yours. Now, Facebook Live, let's see, it can be done to give a demonstration or a presentation. Demonstration we already talked about, like for instance, if you work with some company that has this great gadget or this great smoothie drink, and you show yourself making it in your Ninja blender, and you're adding all your protein powders and stuff like that, and you're drinking it, and you're showing the consistency, if it's thick or not so thick, you know, you can show that. Or same thing with the service, you know, you use your card at this place and you receive so much percentage off, or you have a teammate or member that you know that received a nice discount, and you want to share it with the world, how you're excited and how you're able to impact more people's lives with saving money. Or you can actually do a presentation. What a better way to do an actual presentation one time to everyone. Okay, and you don't have to do the complete presentation, but you can do like a teaser type of presentation. Okay, so I'm sure if you're in a network marketing company, your company has some type of sizzle line or some type of recorded call of the presentation that gives all the details, which is fine, that's awesome. But how about you doing a Facebook Live to your audience, like everyone on your fan page, for instance, if you have a pretty good follower, at least over 100 or 500, and you do a presentation of the main components of or benefits of working with your company, or the main or some of the things that you like about the company, or some of the testimonials of people that use your service and how much they like it, and some statistics as well. And then at the end of the presentation, you can say, if this piqued your interest, or if you can see yourself doing something similar, just like I have over the past, 3 months, 4 years, 2 years, whatever the case may be, go ahead and comment below that you'd like some more info. Just type in the words info, and you just type in the words info, and I'll go ahead and shoot you over some more information directly today, something like that. Or you can even do another type of thing where you do like a two-parter presentation, where you say, hey, I'm going to be on this day at this time doing a presentation of my company and some of the benefits that you get when you work with this company. And then I'll have part 2 held tomorrow at this time, where I'll open it up for Q&A. And then you just show up at that time, you're ready. You do the presentation, whether it's in full or just a teaser, and then give them the website maybe, or so they can do more research on their own. And then on day 2, you do the Q&A. And then that way you have all your prospects lined up there. Even if it's just 2 people, that's better than nothing, ready with your questions. And you can answer them at one time. And you can say, hey guys, for those who are seeing the replay here, go ahead and put in your questions below, and I'll be sure to jump back on here throughout the week to answer them for you. Because again, the magic happens after that replay. Once the people seen it, and maybe there's 2 people on it live, but maybe there'll be 30 people seeing it thereafter on your page. So you can go ahead, go back to the comments. People are going to be posting, oh, how does the compensation work? Or how does this work? Or all of that. So you can go into that a little bit more in detail, either on the reply. But I think what I would do specifically, answer a little bit on the reply, but more so direct message them. And we talked about that, the DM message, the PM message, personal message, direct message. I would direct message them basically more the details, the answers. That's what I would do. Okay. So that's a nice way that you can use your Facebook Live to grow your business. Another strategy that you can use, number 2, let's see, is to give a training. That's kind of what I do. Give a training to your team. Especially if it's your specific team, giving a company specific information on your company, maybe a new service that rolled out and the new pricing and how you can use it effectively with this new marketing, because it's only offered in this month of March or April, and some strategies to build your business. So you can do that where it's specific just to your team. Or you can give a training kind of like what I do here in this group, which is basically an open generic training for people in all various network marketing companies and have home businesses, where you give just general information how people in general can grow their business from home and open up to more folks. So you can determine how you want to do your training, whether it's just for your team specific or open for all, and even inspiring people who are looking to work from home, but they're still kind of checking it out before they actually made a move. Okay. Another thing that you can do for specifically your team when you're doing a Facebook Live is team recognition. We're awesome in this industry with team recognition, which I absolutely love. There's always people there to lift you up. So instead of, how like at the end of the month or the beginning of the month, they have the tally numbers of all the folks who were number 1 all the way to, number 2, number 3, all the way down. Instead of doing just like an email with a list of all the folks who made it and who reached this level and that level, how about doing a Facebook Live, presenting all those folks at one time? Or if somebody just kind of knocked it out the park one day, or like this week, and had so many people enrolled and so many people sponsored, and they're just like, wow. Instead of just saying, oh, congrats to this person, no, do something bigger. Go ahead on Facebook Live and just do a quick shout out to them, so that they see like, wow, this person is amazing. They went above and beyond, and they actually are making it happen. And that also inspires other folks as well. So you can use it for team recognition. I did that recently with, there was a gentleman on my team we just did this boot camp, and he was doing amazing. He was really moving and shaking. So I did a quick shout out to him, and that helps him build up his belief as well. So something you can consider once your team starts growing is the team recognition. Okay, let's see. And then just my ultimate favorite, I always go back to, is the ILT. I feel that as an entrepreneur, you always got to be striving and learning more, growing your skills, growing your skill set. It helps you build your confidence and your competency so that you can be the top, so you can be amazing. And the knowledge that even if it's just a little bit more, that's going to give you the slight edge ahead of the game as opposed to other folks that are on your team. And it helps you build you up as an authority figure, and it helps people admire and look up to you. So I feel like every day, the more you're learning and growing, people are going to admire that. And what best than you shouldn't just keep it inside. You know, I feel like the ones who learn and teach it to others, they're going to retain it better themselves because they're actually in the game. They're doing it, you know, as opposed to you just going to a training, you taking notes, you keeping it all to yourself. That's kind of being selfish, you know, and who knows if you even apply it. But once you learn it, you went to the training, you wrote down the notes, you learned it, and then you shared it with others. It's going to hold you accountable as well, because you're telling others to do, you know, do these many ads, place these many calls, contact these many businesses, and promote this product so many times. You need to be in the game doing it yourself. You're leading by example. So I love the ILT method. I use that every single day, like in this training and on my business page and with my team. So you should definitely do the same. And it's very easy to do that. And it helps you. You never run out of content because you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always having personal development. Sometimes you'll see throughout the day, there'll just be like little things that happen that inspire you, that you say, wow, I need to share this with my team, you know, or I'm just feeling so grateful today because my daughter's sick, my mother's sick, and my washer dryer just broke. I'm so grateful that I can just put down my work, just work half the day so I can take care of what really matters right now, which is my family. You know, sometimes you have in those moments in your business, you have like a big grateful heart, and sometimes you take it for granted, your home business and that flexibility where you can come and go as you please. But when things like everything happens at one time, you're grateful for that opportunity to just say, hey, I'm gonna, you know, put my voicemail on the rest of the day, turn off my computer, and I'm done because I need to focus on my family. So those times of gratefulness, when you're just feeling like a big heart, or you are so excited to have a teammate, you're pumped for them, go on Facebook Live. People like to see that excitement. Again, that's one of the second E's, actually, the entertaining. You know, people like to see how excited you are and things like that. And that helps you become more attractive. And like I always say, magnetic. So people want to join you and follow you. So hopefully this helped you guys with giving you some tips on how you can use Facebook Live to grow your home business. Let me just jump on right here to see some of the comments. Hold on. There was a lot of comments as I was, okay. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Susan. Hey, Sherry, Christine, Deborah, Nicole. Glad you're excited. Let's see, I don't know if you guys are seeing my finger here, but I'm trying to, let's see, maybe I should go to this side. Okay. Okay, awesome. So I'm glad that these tips helped you. Yeah, there's a lot of people on the team that are feeling a little bit nervous about doing Facebook Live and wondered how to do it. So hopefully this helped. What I've learned recently is that I didn't know this before, but with your Facebook Lives, if you do it from your phone like I usually do, it's better to do it, hold the phone this way instead of up and down. And that's what I did all the time. And when you do it up and down, it shows those lines on the side, either black lines or clear lines. But it's best to hold it this way, the long way, and it shows up better on people's news feeds like that. So today I'm holding it the long way, which is the right way, but I just feel like, I don't know, I like doing it that way better. So, but I'm still trying to learn exactly where I need to place my eyes. So I'm looking right at you. I'm still working on that. Another thing that I'm working on is getting a stand, you know, because I definitely want, right now I'm doing Facebook Lives like once a week, but I do want to do more, but I want to make sure I have the good equipment to do that. So I am looking to get a nice little tripod for my phone. So again, you can use it from your phone or you can use it from your regular computer, either way, like your laptop computer. But I'm looking right now, like on Amazon, they have so many nice deals, you know, we can get so many different tripods, whether it's a desktop one or one that goes on the floor and it's kind of tall. There's all types and they're pretty inexpensive. So I'm looking to get that like this week so I can start doing this more regular. And that way I have the phone so it's steady and all of that. Another quick tip as well is when you're doing your Facebook Lives, always make sure that you have the most current version of your Facebook app updated on your phone, because sometimes when you have some of the older ones, your Facebook Live gets kind of grainy, and things like that. And then sometimes if you are doing your Facebook Live and it shows you that connection is weak, it might bump you off. It happened to me, I think, once or twice before. And then one time I had a connection. It was really bad. I was outside doing a Facebook Live in my car. And when I went back to see the replay, it was really awful. So I just completely deleted it and I redid it later in the day. But don't let that get the best of you. It happens to everyone. I think every single person I follow on Facebook, it happened at one point in time where the connection wasn't clear and things like that. But that's fine. You can leave it as is if it's okay quality. But if you want to just redo it again, you can go ahead and do it. It's very forgiving, this Facebook Live, and pretty simple. Thank you, Nicole. I'm glad I'm glad this is an inspiration for you. I'm grateful for all of you guys here. Watching this, whether you're on my team or not. My goal is just to share with you everything that I know and all that I'm learning. I call this learning out loud, where as I learn things every single day, instead of keeping it to myself, I'm just sharing it with you guys so that you can, implement in your business and also share with your teams as well. Okay. All right. So if you have, again, I'm using the CTA, the call to action. If you have any further questions about how you personally can use Facebook Live to grow your home business, feel free to comment below. Even after this Facebook Live is completed, go ahead and comment below. I'll always go back to the comments and see if there's any additional questions. Or if you want to just send me a direct message, a DM or a PM, you can definitely do that, and I can help you as well with your specific questions. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good evening now. Bye-bye.